Over the past 20 years, Uganda's population density has been growing rapidly, placing significant pressure on the use of land. The majority of Uganda's population lives in rural areas, but people are also increasingly moving into urban centers. If properly managed, an increase in population density can actually support economic growth. But to make that possible, the right systems need to be in place to promote efficient use of land. The 6th edition of the Uganda Economic Update by the World Bank evaluates the complex challenges associated with land management in Uganda, the important strides already made to strengthen land tenure, and what should be the steps ahead. Land use in Uganda has evolved tremendously over the past century, resulting into a diverse tenure system. Milo land, which is a type of land inherited from the colonial era that can be freely bought and sold, is found mainly in central Uganda. Customary land holding, which is a form of collective ownership system, is found in north and northeastern Uganda. And finally, leasehold and freehold systems are common in the rest of the country. Whatever form of tenure system exists, it is critically important that the rights to ownership are secure, transferable and marketable in order to play a constructive role in Uganda's economic development. In the mid-western district of Kibale, farmer Joyce Nabuso uses her 7-acre piece of land to grow food to feed her and her grandchildren. When the season is good, Nabuso is able to sell the surplus harvest and generate a small income. She's a 3rd-generation owner of the land, but has no documentation to prove it other than the fact that her grandfather and father are buried here. Recently, an investor from Kampala showed up with a land title and is telling her and other residents to leave.
Sikiwulirangako nti kuno kuliko nannyini ttaka oba twawaako busuulu oba kwaliko envujjo tetukifunangako.
Nabuso's is not an isolated case. Land disputes are frequent in Uganda due to overlapping and conflicting land rights and the lack of institutions capable of managing land transactions. Migration and speculative buying in anticipation of an oil-related boom has too generated conflicts. In the north and northeast of the country, potential investments on customary land are received with suspicion or completely resisted. This has been the case in Amuru district, where many commercial farming projects have failed to kick off. However, some areas are already making progress.
We start with having the documents right. That is one. Once we have this document right, what we are encouraging people to do is have partners. And it is already going on, by the way. You know, and it is now the role of the leaders, we the leaders. I have so many people who are telling me, I need land in Amuru. I need land for so many years, leasing.
Delight Uganda Limited, Kampala-based makers of beverages and confectionery products, was able to defeat the conflict to establish a fruit farm on 2,000 acres. The land was bought with the help of Amuru District Administration from a family with customary rights.
We have a package for the community, and we have got already an outreach program which aims at empowering the community to produce fruits of mangoes, oranges that they will later sell to Delight Fruit Factory.
In urban areas, land transactions are often highly speculative and there is a lack of sufficient marketable land for formal development projects. As a result, urban centers aren't developing efficiently and are often characterized by horizontal expansion rather than more profitable high-rise buildings.
What we are telling to our people in this urban area, those who have land and own land, as leaders of the council, we are advising them that they should actually partner with some people who have money, or lease the land to a person who have money. You can lease part of your land, you remain with part of it, so that they can develop the land.
We're seeing it all over Africa. There is a movement towards urbanization, and that movement needs to be organized. And you can't organize urbanization if you don't have a land tenure and a land system that is modern and allow for that.
If current patterns continue, rather than driving equitable economic growth, the process of urbanization will result in dysfunctionality in the form of the proliferation of slums, increased congestion, or a fall in the quality of or failure to develop infrastructure due to an escalation in the cost of construction and payment of compensation. The government of Uganda has already embarked on a process of rehabilitating land institutions and computerizing land information systems. There are also initiatives to organize communal landowners in northern Uganda into legal entities and to register their land. Today, approximately 20% of Uganda's land is registered. To promote the efficient use of land, the Uganda Economic Update 6 recommends accelerating the process of systematic land registration, enhancing the efficiency of the land fund, strengthening land management institutions, as well as reviewing and prioritizing existing policy commitments. Implementation will be critical. As demonstrated by many countries around the world, better land management can support the process of agricultural transformation and urbanization, enabling the country to raise its level of productivity and achieve the economic transformation to which it aspires.